Thinking out of the box is what we're trying to do when we're with the kids. So the kids will always be ready to be in the box, but get out of the box again. Now, you know that's one of the games they like. They like very much to be in the box and then out of the box and then back in the box. You know, children love games. Some games have a very important psychological impact on them. Being in the box and getting out of the box is key. Now, that's what the smart mushroom story is all about. But the smart mushroom is about a cow that's grazing and comes across something that screams, "Don't eat me!" It says, "Who are you?" "Well, I have a mushroom." "What are you doing here?" "Well, I'm just living here. And why should I eat you?" "Well, because I'm also making some food." "Are you making food?" "I'm the cow. I'm the cow who makes all the meat and the milk, and I'm the hero of the kids around the world because they love to drink my milk." "Yes, I know you're excellent, you're absolutely fantastic, and you're making these incredible good products, but you know, I'm actually making some goodies as well." "What are your goodies? Why do you make your goodies?" "Well, actually, you know, I only live off whatever is waste from the trees, and what is your waste, and you know what?" "What? And who wants to eat something that's made out of waste?" "No, well, it's actually not out of waste, you know, whatever is leftovers from you is actually food for me." "I don't think I ever want to make something that's made out of cow shit." "No, but, you know, may I ask you a question?" "Sure." "May I ask you, how many of your sisters could live on 1 hectare?" "How many sisters of mine could live on 1 hectare?" "Yeah, well, 2. Look, 2 of us." "Oh. Me, we can live here with a couple 100 million. You, 100 million. "Sure, but may I ask you another question? How many babies can you have?" "Babies? Babies. Well, you know, I can have 1 baby about every 2 years. Every 2 years. I can have 100 million babies every month." "Gee whiz, how do you do that?" "Producing food? Yes. Healthy food." "Oh my God," says the cow. "That means that I really have no contribution to the food anymore in the future. Everyone's going to eat mushrooms." No, says the mushroom. "First you eat, and then I eat. And together we'll stamp hunger out of this world." What is happening? This story that you heard is really changing the model. Because our present food system tells us that the cow and the milk and the cheese and the cream and the heart attacks and the artery problems and so on, bad food, and we didn't realize it. So we have to change the model. Now the model that we propose to change is not to do away with the cow, it's we're going to have to start doing and the cow and the mushroom. It's and. It's not either or. Now that is a different model. We're not telling to the kids, don't drink milk anymore because it has the casein protein, and the casein will acidify your body and therefore you will become autistic. No, we don't tell a kid that. What we need to do is to be inclusive. But what is most important, which type of subject did I teach most in this fable? Which subject? Science, but which science? No. Algorithms. Calculus. Can you imagine that a child that listened to this story at the age of 5 will be able to do calculus and multiplication? They know. And the reason why they know how to do it is because they become so motivated that they can stamp hunger out of the world. They make an emotional connection to something that they didn't know. And so they realize that the cow plus the fungus, the cow is 1, 2. You see me playing with the numbers? It's 1 cow, 2 years, 1 baby, 2 cows, 1 hectare. I play with 1, 2. And the mushroom says, once a month, I can have 100 million. Once a month, that means 12. I'm already in the decimals. I'm now in the 12. And immediately it's the 100 millions. And I tell you, those kids, they know the numbers of 100 million perfectly right. Why? Because we're going to stamp out hunger. I have linked calculus to empowering the children to eliminate hunger. And that says, not possible. And the child will come with the numbers. Dad, look at these numbers. So many kilograms of this. Dad doesn't understand it. Where do you get it? This is a child of 5, 6 years old. Then. This is not a 12-year-old. This is 5, 6 years old. Because the children of 5 and 6 have been exposed through TV to other kids having hunger. And there's nothing as stressful for a child to know that other children have hunger. And they want to change that. And if they know that by doing this, we're getting calculus to the top of the class by telling a story that is 3 minutes long. And by very carefully placing the 1 and the 2s, the 10s, and then the millions. And by placing them together, the mind goes. But the key thing is that we have to change the model. But if there's no passion, if there's no motivation, if there's no vision, the children now have the vision that it is possible to stamp out hunger from the world. Now, that is powerful. Because you're never ever going to tell those kids that it's normal in development because they have too many kids that there's so much hunger. For the children, that doesn't work anymore. They are out of the box. They got out of the box. And for parents to argue on this is not going to be easy. That doesn't mean that we don't want birth control. I didn't say that. But it's very key we see that thanks to the fable, we can actually make those statements that are very generic. We can immediately back them up, and the science is there. Because if we look at the potential to generate protein from fungus versus plants versus animals, the fungi beats plants by a factor 20. So we should not be vegetarian, we should be fungitarian. And actually being a bit of fungitarian and a bit of vegetarian is not bad at all. So, and we should become algitarians, because algae is very good as well. And seaweedarians. You know, we should become a blend of all the great food that is being produced. But the beauty of it is that a child of 5 already has the calculus in its hands to argue that yes, we can feed the world. That's what we need to achieve.